All right, good morning. I'm gonna try out this live thing. I have this device on my neck. Let's see. Oh, actually, no. So I usually start out by doing some squats, stretch the arms while you're doing some squats. I do about 15 or 20 of those. And then I do some high knees. Sucking your stomach, sucking your belly. And just as you walk, you lift up. So step with right, lift up, left knee all the way high while you're sucking your stomach. And don't forget to breathe. It's a nice, about 60 degrees. This morning, still have on my t-shirt. See the beautiful birds flying around. Ooh, my legs are actually feeling it already. Wow. Okay. And then just shake out your legs, shake out your arms, and move it. So if anyone actually comes on and says anything, hello. I won't be able to see it though, because this is something I have around my neck, and then the phone is set to it. Oh, beautiful bluebird. It's good to take in nature while you're walking, the fresh air, and also it just helps to clear your mind. And for me, helps me to meditate on the power of God. So I came downstairs by my friend this morning with the contraption on my neck and the phone attached to it. I'm like, does this look weird? Does this look crazy? Because, it feels weird. She's like, nah. She's like, people are content creators. So they have all sorts of contraptions. I know, like, people have the GoPro they have around their head sometimes. And things like that. So this is it. So great news, guys. I am down 5 pounds actually since. So I got the app. Oh, by the way, sorry. This is day 9. Day 9 of my walks. I count them by the days I actually do the walking. So this is day 9. And yeah, I had gotten an app because I wanted to see, document and see the weight loss. And so I noticed I took my weight this morning and I am down at least 5 pounds. I took it in the morning, and I think when I started with the app, I probably took it in the evening. So I'll just round it down because it was a higher number when I calculated. So I've taken off at least 5 pounds, and this is from the walking, moving more, and eating. I don't really count calories. I just work on eating less. And like I said, I had also started having my dinner by like 4 or 5 o'clock. And that has actually been going better than I thought. And these things, we can't do it without, well, we can. For me, I can't successfully do it without God. So it's been a thing of prayer as well. Because sometimes if I feel like having a certain thing, like, ice cream or whatever, I'm like, Lord, please help me. And it really does work, because when we feel like having ice cream or whatever, it's that we are feeling for sweet. So we could have a fruit. I haven't done the grape thing because people say that they wash their grapes or whatever and put it in the freezer. I mean, it's not going to taste like ice cream, of course, but that sweetness craving that you may be having, you could substitute it with some nice fruit. Or if you really want the feel of eating ice cream, what you can do is make your own ice cream. What some people I hear term it as nice cream, right? And it's nice, and it's like ice cream, right? So the simple one that I do is I freeze ripe bananas. And so freezing the ripe banana, and then I blend it, and it just smooths out. And you could add stuff to it to give it different flavor. I'm not sure if you're hearing me. You know what? I walked with my mic, but I didn't put it in. So hold on a second. Let me put on my mic. Ooh. Stars running at 0.1 miles. I am not a runner, hence the whole walking. If you're still on here, stars, hence the whole walking in the title. I don't run. Even when I was at my smallest, never been a runner. And at 47 years old, I'm not picking up running now. Okay? So, sorry to disappoint you, stars, but that's just how it goes. Let's see. This is gonna actually, I won't be able to use the mic. I'm sorry, guys. Won't be able to use the mic. It's okay. While it's on this contraption. That's all right. So the thing with running for me, I don't know if I ran as a child. Maybe I did. I'm trying to think now. Let's see. I'm sure while I was playing games, chasing each other, things like that. But to actually run just to run, no, it's never been my thing. And I hear that it's not the greatest thing for your knees. So it's nothing I was ever really interested in. So I'll do my walk. Sometimes I'll speed it up. But that's it. I walk. And it works. Something I want to get involved in is swimming. So my family were in our family chat. Yesterday my brother was sharing about his daughter. She had her first swim meet. And she did very well, actually, which was great. And so we were just chit-chatting. Some of us were just chit-chatting about swimming and how we don't even know how to swim. And he said something that I loved. He was like 6'2", black man, 6'2". He stick out, but he goes to the YMCA, his local YMCA, and he takes his swimming lessons. And the part that I loved, besides him learning a new skill, is that he don't care what people think of him, right? This guy usually don't drop the newspaper where it needs to go. So when I see it, I usually drop it on the people thing. Yeah, his statement was he don't care. Well, he don't say he don't care. He said, actually, no, he did say, he said, I don't care what people think. And that's the thing, as long as you're not disrespecting anybody, or things of that nature, who cares what people think? Because if you pay attention to what people think, there's a lot of things that you're not going to try to do because you're too focused on how you look. Oh, whatever. Just like me this morning with this contraption around my neck. Like, who cares what people think? So this is the hill. And I'm sure everybody in the car is their vehicle looking like, what kind of crazy nonsense is that? Or maybe they know. But you know what? I'm getting into that mindset of who cares what people think. As long as I'm not doing anything that would offend God and I'm not being rude to anyone. Now, this sun is bright. Woo. I usually scan a person's face, and if it looks like, okay, they'll take a greeting, I'll greet them. And sometimes even if it doesn't, I will. You know, you just gotta be careful. Hello. Morning. So there's like a dead squirrel that's decomposing. Oh. So on my way up the hill, I don't know how much of it I got, because when I stopped over there to turn around, I noticed that it said reconnecting, which is weird. Because I'm supposed to be on 5G service, have mercy. T-Mobile got to do better. I got a big skeleton over there with a red t-shirt on. Have mercy. The things we celebrate, I definitely used to celebrate it too. Have mercy. Oh, which reminds me, so one day I was walking right here too. I was coming down, and this lady was driving by herself. However, there was a full-size skeleton in her front passenger seat, all blinged out, rhinestones, so it was glittering. I was like, wow, she's driving with a skeleton. When I turn off, I'm gonna be able to show you guys my walking attire, because on one of my walks, I felt a little uncomfortable, because I guess my t-shirt wasn't long enough. I mean, it covered my butt, but I felt like my thighs. You know, as I'm walking, I'm realizing how dangerous it is to look at your phone while you're driving, because I've done it and say it's no big deal because I'm just quickly glancing down and traffic isn't moving or whatever excuse I came up with. But seeing people do it when I'm walking, it's like, whoa. The person in front of you could have just stopped suddenly and that would have been an accident, you know? Or you veer too much to the right or too much to the left because you glance down on the phone. Take you guys off for a second. A beautiful sky, tree. Oh, I have some comments. Celebration. What's up? What's up with me? I just walking to get my exercise in, getting fit, so I could encourage others to do the same. We live longer when we're healthier, less likely to have high blood pressure, diabetes, and these things that can be reversed completely with lifestyle changes, physical changes, get some exercise in, or even the mind, because stress is also very dangerous. So just preparing. Because 2025, I plan to do some wholeness coaching. Wow, it's a beautiful day. Oh, so this is what I was talking about. So I got tights, but it came with a skirt over it. And that way my thighs are covered. When my daughter and my sister saw it, they were laughing at me, which I'm used to. But now I'm more comfortable walking around, and that's important for me. It's a nice day. Birds are chirping. Sky's blue. I hope you plan to make it a nice day wherever you are. Our minds are more powerful than we realize. And so even when we're dealing with stress, or things that can be stressful, I should say, if you teach your mind and train your mind and program your mind to think positive, don't dwell on the negativity. I'm not saying to ignore it and pretend it's not there, because let's say the stress is coming from a bill and the bill collectors are calling you. You don't ignore them. You make a plan. If it's your bill, you make a plan to pay it off. And step by step, you go through that plan. What works for me is I write things down. And I like to do my little check. Check, completed that. Check, and that works. It helps my mental health. It helps to keep me grounded and stress-free. Of course, the first entity of that is God, because God comes first. And outside of God, those are the kind of tools that I use. And it works. I was out of New York for a good 2-3 years, came back, and there's a charge on my Amazon. Amazon is sending me what I owe them. And I'm like, I paid off this bill to a zero balance before I left. What is this? So I call. I'm like, okay, what am I being charged for? They can't tell me. Tell me the bank that has the card, they can't tell me. Call Amazon directly. they can't verify who I am because whatever information I'm giving them is not sufficient for them. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. I get another mail. So I was on the phone with them last night and I said, listen to me respectfully, because the people that you speak to on the phone, it's not their company, it's not their rules. So I said, respectfully, this is not at you, but I'm just letting you know. I will not be paying a bill that I don't know what it's for. And it makes no sense to me that I have to keep calling to figure out what you guys are charging me for. So if someone can't tell me something, I'm not calling again and I'm not doing anything further. And so I said, okay, I'll get you over to such and such and speak with them. And, and I said, thank you. I always make sure I'm respectful and I tell them thank you. And I spoke to the next person. And sometimes you have to go through the same information because they don't relay it when they transfer you. And then I had to go to a third person. So before I went to that third person, I said to the second person, I'm like, do I need to prepare myself to repeat my story again, or are you going to update the person? So she said, no, she'll update. So any which way, I ended up at the fraud department because the charge was for a Prime membership. I'm like, why would I get a Prime membership? Especially when I'm not in the country. Why am I getting a Prime membership when I already have access to a Prime membership? It doesn't make any sense. And so I dealt with the situation. They're going to do their investigation. But for me, whichever way their investigation comes out, I know I'm not paying that bill because I did not order Prime. And they need to be careful. So nonetheless, I'm going to look out for their letter and see what it says. But I'm not stressing myself about it. It's gone. It's out of my hands. It's not something I can do because I'm definitely not paying a bill that I didn't charge or someone in my family didn't charge. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. And I'm fine. So I don't know if things like that would work for you because you're worried like, but my name. To each its own. I like to handle what I can handle. I like to be honest and fair. And I'm not going to allow anyone to scare me into paying a bill that I'm not responsible for. And I'm going to verbally let them know that respectfully, All right, my people. So I thank you for coming on this walk with me. I'm about to get closer to home. And so I'm going to say bye-bye. I plan to, so that's what the contraption looks like. I plan to be back out here tomorrow walking, and hopefully I'll have some more encouragement. Thank you for the people that tuned in. It's appreciated. So you guys take care. Choose to have a wonderful day. Work on that mindset because it's important. We're dealing with a lot. Oh, before I even come off, the situation with Hurricane Helene, I seen those videos. Wow, it's devastation. And that's a lot. So I hope they have plans to have some counselors and so forth go out there. Because yes, it's important to get their, houses back in order and this and that. But also, people need to be able to talk to someone, to have someone listen to them, to have someone encourage them. It's needed. So I hope that's part of their plans. So please take the time to always try to be positive in your relationships. Because life is getting crazy and crazier, and we don't know how long we have. I believe It was over probably 120 deaths, I think, at the last count. So take care. God bless. Bye-bye.